Providence, Rhode Island, 1857. A time of smoke, steam, and invention. Inside workshops like this one, machines clattered, belts hissed, and every part was made by hand and feel. Copper wire was drawn through dies by eye and instinct alone. One shop's 10 gauge might be another shop's 8. There was no standard, just trial, error, and good guesses. Then came Joseph R. Brown and Lucian Sharpe, tool makers who believed measurement should be absolute. In 1857, they give the world something simple but revolutionary, a unified scale of wire sizes, the American wire gauge. Alright, so let's get into what the AWG system is based off of. It's something called a circular mill. If you've never heard of it before, don't worry, you're not alone. It sounds complicated, but really it's just another way to measure the area of a wire, the copper cross-section inside. So this ignores the insulation completely. Here's the quick math. Take the diameter of the wire in thousandths of an inch, called mils. Square that, then multiply it by 1,000, and the answer is in circular mils. But a keen observer will realize that the answer is actually in thousandths of an inch. Let's do one quick example for the smallest gauge wire, which is 36 gauge. If we measure a 36 gauge wire, we'll get 5 thousandths of an inch. And that's how big 36 gauge wire is. So we take that 5 thousandths, we square it, times 1,000, that gives us 25 thousandths of an inch. Now we remember that one circular mill is 1,000th of an inch. Now we have 25 thousandths of an inch. So that's just 25 circular mills. But this video isn't here to just do a bunch of math. We're here to understand it. And let's take a look at what all this actually means. So what exactly is the American wire gauge, also known as AWG? It's a standardized way to describe wire diameter, and it's backwards. The bigger the number, the thinner the wire. Yep, you heard that correctly. Wiring gauge sizes run between 36 gauge and 4/0 gauge, or those 4 zeros you see. There are 40 distinct sizes between 36 and 4/0. But don't run off yet. Let me break it down for you so it's super easy to understand how these numbers came about. So the way this works is based off solid copper. So you start with a 4/0 gauge solid copper wire, and you pull it through progressively smaller dies 39 times until you get to 36 gauge. So, by design, every single step in the AWG scale changes the amount of copper by about 26%. To make that easier to see, let's use this cool graphic we made. Think of this certificate as 100% copper, starting at 4 gauge. We go down 1 gauge and you've got 79% left. That gets us down to 5 gauge. We go another step and that gets us down to 63%. That's 6 gauge. And if we go down one more size to 7 gauge, we have 50% of the copper that we started with in only 3 gauge changes. So every 3 gauges you go down, you lose half your copper. Every 3 gauges you go up, you double your copper. Now, what I've explained just now is only related to the 40 individual steps of wire from 36 to 4/0. In the automotive world, we don't need to worry about that 40 sizes nonsense. There's actually only 13 sizes that are common. We usually jump every other gauge, 10 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4, and so on, because that's actually what's available on the shelf. And that changes the numbers dramatically. Because this channel deals with automotive things, I figured we need at least one good example. When you change wire size from 2 gauge to 4 gauge, what actually happens is you lose 37% of your copper. The same thing happens going from 4 gauge to 6 gauge. So that's kind of the beauty of this logarithmic scale for American wire gauge. So what happens when we go up a wire gauge size for automotive? Say we go from 6 gauge to 4 gauge. Well, that results in a 59% increase. And when you go from 4 gauge to 2 gauge, you guessed it, 59% increase in copper. So when you move from 2 gauge to 4 gauge, numerically it doesn't seem very significant. But when you reduce the amount of copper by 37%, you reduce the capability to carry current. And that's how the sizing works for the American wire gauge. 40 theoretical sizes, about half of them are real. Every step built on the same math since 1857. I hope you liked the video and you learned something. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.